first generation rocket engine blood flow nozzle was made very successfully, but there's no Mach ring. Fans seem to have an obsession with the Mach ring. It often appears at the tail of rocket engines. When the exhaust plume is ejected into the atmosphere at supersonic speed, the airflow pressure is greater than the atmospheric pressure, so it directly expands. After expanding, the airflow pressure becomes less than the atmospheric pressure and is compressed by it. After being compressed, the pressure becomes greater than the atmospheric pressure again, leading to expansion. It expands, becomes smaller and larger and smaller in this repeated cycle. The cycle then forms bright diamond-shaped shock waves. The greater the Mach wave pressure, the more there are. The principle is relatively simple, but normally when we see rocket nozzles, it's that big. Who can handle that spray? That definitely can't be done at home. If we reduce the nozzle as much as possible, it feels much safer. It seems like it can be tried at home. Using methane as fuel and compressed air as the oxidizer, as long as the pressure is sufficient, there is hope for making a home model. How can these curves be perfectly machined? I bought a 3-axis printer, material PETG, and started printing directly. Okay, the net is printed. Now we need to solve the ignition issue with a fire acupuncture. You just need to use the first generation flashy nozzle to mix the gas and you can start playing the game. Do you all think rings will appear? Obviously, it's not heat resistant, so a cooling system needs to be designed for it. Compared to previous generations, Raptor 3 looks so simple because its complex cooling lines are directly integrated into the internal cavity using 3-dimensional printing. We can also lay 60 pipes within the outer wall for cooling, directly 3-dimensionally printed as one piece. Alright, the nozzle is printed. We also need to 3D print a water pump. Now connect them and use an electric motor to drive the water pump to test if the internal flow path is clear.
Warm scene.
Try optimizing the internal cooling structure again. Come on. Still not working, it left a drop of water. The cooling is still not suitable, and the nozzle flow rate is not enough. Reduce the ghost jet's length after the drop increase. This time the nozzle is 0.8 millimeters. This is the final form, alright.
Pete, kill it!
After the nozzle is reduced, the shape of the exhaust flame is much
better. If the water
better.
cooling doesn't work well,
Reprinted the nozzle and liner with insulation methods and added a 0.8 millimeter needle. The liner is a quick screening result of the shell. This set of internal gaps can be filled with plaster. Now let's mix the plaster.
Too much. Let's play it again.
Okay, it's back. It'll come out soon. There are still bubbles here. We need to add one more drop.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
perfectly. It has now appeared.
Thank you, everyone.
I thought everything was fine, but I discovered a new bug. The plaster that absorbed the water is actually conductive, which means it can't stop the spark. I have to redesign this. The ceramic on this spark plug can insulate, so it's being removed as a backup.
Directly make a hole with the sidearm.
Put it in, then connect the swirl nozzle and let the spark occur between them. This exact point is the gas mixing point, see? But after the plaster exploded, there was no place for the electric coil. By directly improving on the swirl nozzle, after testing them, the utilization circle here can go up. Got it? Scare you to death. The car now needs to tighten the spark fan as much as possible to prevent gas.
Okay.
Didn't they say it doesn't match this?
Finished, finished, finished.
It's all your fault. What do you mean? It's really not necessary. Okay, I can understand. How did you break the iron? I don't want to buy this kind of firewood next time. Air traffic glue, stick it on. If you think there is a horse and a ring, knock the air conditioning department down.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
I re-recorded a transparent version and remodeled it.
Come here, man. I won't leave you alone. Thank you.
But for the fire side, I'm going to put it in the bloodstream nozzle, drill a hole in the middle, and plug it in. It can be charged in the ink. I'm the one without. There is still no exit ring. The fire extinguisher is pulled out to check that the incandescent layer inside has been burnt. In this case, the fire flower may float to an incorrect position, causing the fire to stop. Continue to improve. The ceramic tube bought online has finally arrived. Use it to keep the incandescent while replacing the heat shrink tube. Let's do a high pressure test to see how the incandescent performance is. No problem. Squeeze 704 into the tube and insert the iron wire. The other fans are also sealed with 704 and installed. The final lighting effect is like this. Let's see if it works this time.
Yeah. Whoa, one more thing.
If you have any questions about the investment, you can ask them in the comment section.
Stop and look. Bingo.
I printed 2 more.
Hiya! Yo.
The screen is pressed down. This time it should not record.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Walk. Wow, the internal structure over there is pretty good. No problem, very stable. Now let's try this one. Its hole is a little bigger than this one, about 20% bigger. Let's see how many rings it can pull. Okay, the rough one has been changed.
Thank you.
Do you think the rough one has more rings? It's a very good. Hey, I'll try it again. This hole is as wide as 100%.
But I want
It's equivalent to the first one. Okay, it's a big success to make a horse ring at home. In addition to the tail, it is easy to spray, and the other internal structures are quite stable. Everyone is very looking forward to the third generation of rocket launchers.